So hello, we are Natalie and Markus from CANA International, and we want to explain today about the role of the CANA senior advisors. So we have 6 points and we will lead you through this point. The first point is to give a special relationship to the CANA leaders in the country. It's very important that we as senior advisors have a spiritual and fraternal support for the responsibles in the country. So that will facilitate the collaboration between CANA International and the leaders in the country. So be attentive for their needs. And we can also intercede with them together and pray also for their mission. So the aim is to help the leaders to trust each other and also to enable them to grow and to encourage them in their mission and service. It's a role of companionship. So be also attentive to the culture in the country, because it's always different. It's also a role of humbleness against the culture and the specialty of every country.
So a second task we have is to transmit the spirit of CANA and the Chemin community, to help the teams to better understand the spirit and the pedagogy of CANA. You know, probably everybody, that the heart of CANA means couple time and to meet as a poor in front of a poor. To transmit to the teams the culture of the Chemin community is also very important. That means the Ignatian spirituality, the charismatic renewal, the dimension of formation and prayer, shared responsibilities, transparency, welcoming and taking care in a sense of simplicity. And of course, we are like a bridge between the CANA ministry and the Chemin community.
The third point is discernment, support, and connecting. We can discern with the national team and the responsibles in every country about their agenda. We can support them in discerning. And this is a special aim that we have. We can once individual discernment, that means that we can individually discern with them what's the next step for them as a couple and also in the country. And there's the discernment for the whole country, like the events, the timetables, the teams, the personal questions. We can also help in special times of tension with the team when they surpass a special tension time. So we can also help that the responsible can step back and gain a perspective from a little larger view.
So the next point is to follow up the CANA ministry in the country, which is a little bit the heart of the ministry. So what we are doing is regularly monitoring the CANA ministry in the particular country. And there are a couple of points to watch out for this. So it's first the general calendar, the weekend themes, the locations, the finances, communication, things like that. Then there is the CANA ministry issues and questions. So this means like year-end interviews, vocation questions, missionary deployment, links with other community missions, if it's a community country, and of course also the ecclesial links. Different point is also discernment of visits according to the requests of the country in connection with the CANA International. This is, of course, not only your task, but it's also a discernment done in connection with the coordination of international sessions of the community and in the gathering of particularly the provincials in the various countries. And which is always good is to remember that we are sent on mission. So this means listening attentively to what is being experienced in the country, listening to what couples and families in the countries are living, bearing and sharing, and spotting where the Holy Spirit wants to lead us. And thus discern with the country what is relevant to implement.
So the next point deals with the visits in the country. During a visit in the country, it's very important not to take over the leadership of the session of the weekend, but to train the leaders to take their position, to take their role as leaders. It's very important that during a session and during a weekend, we can only support them in their responsibilities. It's like a supervision of their leadership. And that would mean an implementation of didactics, the teachings, the testimonies. So we help them to make the CANA pedagogy live in their country. At the end of our visit, it's always important to draw up a mission report and then fill in also the expense sheet. Then send it to CANA International at Chemin.org.
So the last point is about the relations to the CANA International team. We as senior advisors have a counterpart on the CANA International team. So we are in contact with this counterpart. We are in contact with CANA International, and we refer to CANA International for all important decisions. That means an appointment with the CANA leaders, the changes in the national team, new developments in pedagogy, links with the community where it is present, or commitment to significant expenditure. What is also very important is that in countries where the community is present, there is no link of authority between the senior advisors and the community country leaders. The CANA International leader and the members of the CANA International team have this privileged link with the with the country leaders in the countries, and also to the provincials. So this is important to respect, that there is no link of authority, but there is a communication which is ongoing. Another point is sharing initiatives and experiences so that they can enrich maybe also the missions in other countries. So if you have a country that is very much in developing new formats, it's always good to tell us so we can share it to other countries and to let them participate to this creation. Well, and then there's also always the possibility to reflect new ideas and to have, new thoughts about CANA. We are always happy to welcome those new ideas.